on tonight's programme.
They thought they'd bagged big prizes in a national talent show, but these Welsh winners have been left empty-handed.
Paul's battle to get £14,000 back from the company which bought his valuable gold coins.
And the firm which told John they'd protect his car from rain and snow. So how do they explain this? Hello, welcome to X-Ray. This week we're enjoying the sunshine in Abergavenny.
First, have you ever dreamt of making your name on stage or screen? Well, last year, hundreds of people took part in a national talent show, hoping to win some amazing prizes. But for many, the road to stardom has been a lot bumpier than expected. Lucy has the story.
Talent contests have taken over our TV screens. It seems everyone wants to be the next new face, the latest pop sensation. And millions of people apply for the role.
We practice every Thursday straight after school. My dance teacher gives me a nickname called Pocket Rocket because she says I go so fast. It's fun, it keeps you fit, and it's a laugh to go to dance.
Dance duo Shannon Davis and Eloise Hull from Milford Haven thought they were on the road to fame and fortune when they went up against hundreds of other hopefuls in the 2012 UK Festival for Stars competition, one of the biggest talent contests in the country. The 9-year-olds couldn't wait to compete, and proud mums Tracy and Michelle cheered them on.
This was a 2-day dance festival, so they were excited, they were nervous, but they did really well.
A share of a £100,000 prize fund, the promise of record contracts and the chance to perform in LA tempted hundreds of youngsters like Eloise and Shannon to sign up. But the road to the finals didn't come cheap.
You're looking on close to £1,000.
Yeah, between accommodation,
travelling costs, food costs,
extra dance lessons.
Extra lessons.
But they thought it was money well spent when the girls danced their way to a runners-up spot at the finals last October. And they thought a share of that massive prize fund.
They danced amazingly. They did really, really well.
Very, very proud of them for what they achieved. They were presented with one certificate and told that the prize would follow at a later date.
And Eloise and Shannon weren't the only act to prove a hit in the competition. Musical theatre student Rosie Johns from Barry thought her star was rising when she finished runner-up in the finals of the singing competition.
I've always sung, always been strong in it. I enjoy it, it's fun, it's my passion, to sing. Me on stage, I love it.
No kind of walking, I can't work out what I've done wrong.
The prizes were promised us a recording contract in LA, Dubai, saying that we'd be signed up with recording contracts.
Like Eloise and Shannon, Rosie thought her luck was in and she'd soon get her runners-up reward. But after the curtain closed on the competition, the girls' prizes were nowhere to be seen. Because behind the glitz and glamour, all was not well. As far as the contestants were concerned, the competition had run smoothly, from the heats through to the final. But that wasn't the full story. 2 different companies have been involved in running the 2012 competition. The heats were organised by Cheshire-based UK Festival for Stars, but by the time the finals came around, another company, Festival for Stars Talent Search UK Limited, had become involved. Similar names, but tensions between the 2 companies cast serious doubt on whether those glamorous prizes would ever materialise. Trouble is, no one told the contestants, so they couldn't understand why 8 months on they were still empty-handed. And for Louise Hall from Pontypool, the impact was huge.
I won my category, which was solo singing 15 years and over, and I also won the whole of the singing section overall.
So how did you feel when you won? Amazing.
Yeah, I was on like a high for quite a few weeks.
So what prize did you think you'd won?
They told me I'd won a trip to New York to record and release a mini-album and a £25,000 development fund.
And did you ever get those prizes?
No. I thought it was going to be my big break. Singing's my dream. I thought I was going to finally get out there and get to do what I love to do, but nothing's materialised.
Plenty of other contestants are furious too. A Facebook group has been inundated with complaints from families who say they can't get straight answers from the organisers. One dance group say they were promised the chance to perform at Disneyland Paris. But when we checked, Disney told us they had nothing to do with the competition and had never agreed to provide any prizes. These children and their families now feel they've wasted time and money, and they're no closer to reaching their dream.
I felt really upset because they promised us all those prizes and we didn't get anything apart from a certificate.
So what is going on? Well, it's all a bit of a mess. The company which ran the Heats, UK Festival for Stars Limited, say they had nothing to do with the finals where the prizes should have been awarded. They say they pulled out due to financial problems and an issue with a member of staff, which meant contestants couldn't be contacted to be warned about the difficulties behind the scenes. They add that the finals were run by a separate company, Festival for Stars Talent Search UK Limited. So we spoke to them, but they insist they're not to blame either. They say the finals were still being run by the previous company and they just offered support. So very confusing. But what about those prizes? Well, Festival for Stars Talent Search UK Limited say Louise Hall, who you remember won the singing contest, will still get a prize, although they're not saying exactly what. And Rosie, Eloise and Shannon will get a £20 shopping voucher each. Not exactly the star prizes the girls were expecting. But we're going to be keeping an eye on this story, so if you've been affected, let us know.
Yes, if you feel like you've been let down by a company or ripped off by a rogue trader, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call, 03703 334 334, or you can drop us an email, xray@bbc.co.uk, or if you're on Twitter, send us a tweet. Still to come.